Step into the world of power, loyalty, and luck.
I'm gonna make him an offer he can't refuse.
With family, cannolis, and spins mean everything.
Now, you wanna get mixed up in the family business.
Introducing The Godfather at ChumbaCasino.com. Test your luck in the shadowy world of The Godfather slot.
Someday, I will call upon you to do a service for me.
Play The Godfather now at ChumbaCasino.com.
Welcome to the family.
No purchase necessary. VGW Group. Void where prohibited by law. 21 plus. Terms and conditions apply.
Welcome to this episode of Be the Father You Always Wanted. I'm just reflecting on the excellence of my oldest, Sydney. We attended her pom-pom, they correct me on that, end of season banquet. And Sydney is a senior. So we've watched her navigate high school in an amazing way. One of my favorite lines from Jay-Z is, "We was who we was when we got here." And our oldest, Sydney, is definitely that person. We always say when we went on vacation for the first time in Hilton Head, she's about 10 months. She had a little swimsuit on. We get to the beach, and there she goes. Right to the water. Right into a wave. Just gonna see what's going on. No fear. Focused. Bam. She walks down in her little swimsuit. It goes right into the waves. Curiosity. Strength. Courage. Confidence. Just no fear. And we've seen her through these years, starting with, preschool, where she put on all the costumes, the ballerina, fireman, policeman, teacher, beauty queen. She would put all of the outfits on, she was just always fearless and always going for it and knowing what she wanted, not necessarily following everybody else. Ballet was great for her. She went to Jones Haywood Ballet, which is in Washington, D.C., and one of the early black ballet companies. And we chose Jones Haywood because Sydney was a chubby little baby, and we knew that the other schools didn't necessarily accept on body type chubby babies for ballet. But Sydney went in there and started off as a chubby little baby and worked her butt off and actually got on point around 12. I think she was around 12 when she went on point. She was a great little ballerina. The owner loved her because of her drive and her intellect and her interests and her focus. And then she made the decision she was going to put away ballet and pursue pom-poms in high school, which we were like, I don't know, but she was right. She loved it. She became excellent at it. She became an amazing choreographer this year and captain. And this year it all came to fruition. All her hard work, focus, and it took the team to new heights. They won every competition and actually moved up a division. And, last night we celebrated the team and we celebrated Sydney. And her daughters were there. Our daughters were there to see their big sister, who now heads off to Hampton and starts her pursuit of becoming a doctor, which of course she will because she's Sydney. And as parents, all you can do is get out of the way. Don't mess them up. She was our first, and she spoiled us because of, her determination to take care of everything. We never had to tell her to study or do your homework or anything like that. So she spoiled us to a degree. And, every kid's different. And, but when you have the Sydneys of the world, I think the importance is to get out of their way, let them do their thing, and prepare them for failures. Because this is the kind of type A personality that, as we know as parents, sometimes has a challenge when they don't win, when they are in a situation where they don't get it, they don't understand it, they're not first. So I think as a parent, you have to prepare them for that type of failure. You don't want them to only know the taste of victory. You want to prepare them for the taste of defeat and let them know that a setback is nothing but a setup for a comeback. Yes, you've heard that before. But, as we watched the festivities yesterday and celebrated, many victories that Sydney has achieved, it just felt great as a parent to know that we were there, and as a father, and the whole purpose of this podcast, be the father you always wanted, to know that I was at the games, to know I was at the practices, to know that, I was there to see her go on point and to see her make the decision to transfer to being a pom-pom girl from being a ballerina, to see her weight loss transformation and encourage her. All these things, my father was not there, and I vowed to be there. And so we got one down and two more to go. But my message for all the fathers out there is it's never too late. If you, for whatever reason, were not a part of your child's life, they want you to be a part of their life. I don't care how old they are. They could be 80 years old. They still want their father's love. They want their father's support. They want their father's attention, no matter what they say. So if you are not connected to your family, not connected to your children, you make a decision today that you're going to be. If you are, continue the great work, because our babies need us. Again, our babies need us regardless of their age. I'm 52 years old, and I would love to receive a hug from my father, who's gone and who was not a part of my life. So, all right, that's our podcast for today. Be the father you always wanted. Have a great one. Thank you for listening. Follow, like, share. Take care.
Hey, it's Cole Swindell. After I give everything I've got to land a perfect vocal, I usually take 5 before jumping into the next track. And I've learned exactly how to recharge in that time. Some folks grab coffee. I hit a quick good luck spin. Next thing you know, the break is just as fun as laying down the track. A better break makes for a better take. Need a break? Let's chumba.
No purchase necessary. VGW Group. Void where prohibited by law. 21 plus TNC Supply. Sponsored by Chumba Casino.